Hi, this is Nereida La Sirena with Celestial Soul Wellness. And if you know that recently I have come out of the closet. I have admitted to having had breast cancer and had several lumps on my breasts. It is, I didn't go around telling everybody. I wasn't brought up to whine about things and allow myself to be a victim. Instead, I was brought up to like, okay, there's a problem, let's solve it. And hold on, I little ADHD there, got some orange juice, want to clean there. So as you see, is I'm a very busy person, and I want to share with my friends and family and loved ones about what's going on. So right now, what I'm doing is in the morning, after I do my lemon tea, I squeeze my oranges. And of course, it's always easier to squeeze, or healthier to do everything naturally squeeze. But, I've already squeezed 3 lemons from my lemons. So this makes it a little bit easier. But this is, I drink about 12 ounces of orange juice a day, which is very important to get the vitamin C. Some people have asked me, but isn't it too much sugar? Not if you're not eating anything else sugary in your body aside from fruit. Now, if you're diabetic, you probably only want 8 ounces, in the morning. But the first thing should be your lemon tea, because that lemon tea goes in and really opens up the liver and gallbladder and help cleanse it out, okay? And we all need cleansing, even just by being here in the United States. Other countries it might be cleaner, but that's another thing I want to bring up is a lot of people don't understand why the older generation's healthier than the younger generation. The older generation, for 2 things. If they're coming from another country, their body, their mold or their makeup is made up of fruits and vegetables that have been in better nutrient fortified, not fortified, but naturally, I should say, a nutrient soil. And whereas our soil is so depleted, has nothing, and then we add stuff, artificial stuff, and then United States, we put the pesticides. So really, a lot of our food from the get-go, the minute we stop breastfeeding, we're putting poison into our body. You guys hear the cats? So we have to be aware of that. So a lot of times the older, the more mature and experienced generation, I like to call them, is they're like, well, what's wrong with these kids nowadays? We didn't have this and that. Well, they're right, they didn't. But what was going on with the kids too is much different than before. Also too is unfortunately a lot of our doctors, it's not their fault. They're being taught this. And they're being and their education is ruled by the pharmaceutical companies. So it's what is convenient for the pharmaceutical companies. And what's convenient is to keep the people sick. And now they're going to say, whoops, see, nice full orange juice. If you don't drink freshly squeezed orange juice, don't drink artificial or frozen. No, nothing from a bag, nothing from a can, nothing from a bottle, nothing from bags, can, bottle, boxes. If it's not straight from Mother Nature, it's no good. And pick your neighbor's trees. I know you're saying it's illegal. Okay, well, ask them if they're not picking it. Ask them if you may pick it. Send the kids over. It's fun. Okay. And very important too. And if you have a compost machine, that's great. If collecting it all, it's really good to put it all back into the garden. So and take every last, no wasting. Look at all that wonderful, wonderful. See, people think, oh, there's nothing left. There is. See all that? You got to angle in. Oh. Okay. when you give yourself this orange juice, to me, when people bring me fruits and vegetables and nuts, that's my box of chocolate. Those are my fresh flowers, bouquet of flowers. That's my perfume. Because now I've learned so much that, you know, the perfumes we're putting on us is poison. It poisons us. The makeup we put on us is poison. Even our hair dye. And that was hard because Lord knows I was trying to, you know, not give in into showing my age. Yeah, so, I mean, the blonde was convenient because that gray, it just melted in. But going back to closer to my natural hair color, which I hadn't seen in, you know, since I was in the Navy, over 20 years ago, you know, was trying to, it's hard in itself. I'm just cleaning this up. And you're going to see that with my videos, I'm always doing something, what they say, multitasking. I'm like I said, I always find something to do. People say, oh, are you busy? I'm a very active person, mind and in body that, yeah, but I do have time if they have it worthwhile for them, you know. So let's move this over here so I can rinse this out while we guys are talking. So anyway, going back is you know, before I used to be like mad at doctors. You know, my empathy level was very low. I'm going, how could they? But then when I realized, you know, when you're taught something, you think all wholeheartedly. And you think, oh my God, because you're really going in the tension with wanting to help people. But the best way we can help people is prevention, is really teaching them, okay? So otherwise, we can only numb the pain, numb the symptoms, but still allow the body to deteriorate at the high speed it is doing because of the fruits and vegetables that they have, food or products, because a lot of it's not real food. It's just crap, you know, we put in our body. And then another, you know, thing is how many parents have told me, well, my grandparents, they say my parents, meaning their parents, take care of their kids. Or it's what they get at school. Well, then complain, educate them, tell them. Are you going to allow people to straight out give your kid poison? Here, have some poison. Here, would you give your kid dishwashing liquid for breakfast to drink? No. Then don't let other people treat your kids that. Next office party or gather, you have someone who brings in brownies. You know, you say, oh, I know you're trying to be nice. Don't do that again. Bring in a bowl of fruit. Bring in some salads. That really shows love and being nice. Otherwise, you might as well give each other, you know, gosh, I don't know the correct terms. I never did heroin, but you know, heroin, and say, hey, look at what I brought to the office. Cool, heroin. You guys want some Coke also? Yeah, it momentarily makes you feel great. Just because it's a socially accepted addiction does not make it right for us to put it in our mouth. And that is so important because a lot of us, let me tell you, 95% of the human race has a socially addicted, acceptable addictions. Animal protein, that oil, that fat, because of the bacteria that's in there, just makes you want to crave more. And you're like, no, it's not that. It's actually me wanting. Let me tell you, when you're over and you've done a solid food diet or you've done juice fasting and a real good cleansing, you know, what I did, I was on the Gerson therapy to really cleanse. And I still am, actually, to be quite honest. You know, I still do 4 coffee enemas a day. And I drink, 8 ounces of lemon tea, 12 ounces, sometimes even 16 ounces of orange juice, but no more than 16 ounces. I I drink a 32 of the carrot apple, and then another 32 of my greens and special greens. So, you know, that's a lot besides another tea.